Welcome to this webinar for young people who are moving from primary school to secondary school in September. This webinar has been designed by the Health and Social Care Trust Emotional Wellbeing Team for schools. All of us will go through periods of transition in our lives. Here are some examples, some of which you may already gone through, such as moving house, to a new town, or even to a new country. You may have experienced changes in your family, such as having a new brother or sister. So how do you feel about moving to secondary school? Let's take a few minutes to think about the mixture of feelings you may have. Here are a few of the emotions you may experience when you think about moving to secondary school. You may also have other feelings which are not named here. You may feel one emotion one day and a different emotion on the other day. You may be feeling hopeful, calm, excited, happy, or positive about moving to year 8. You may on the other hand be feeling worried or anxious, scared, or even a bit sad about leaving primary school, teachers, and maybe even some friends who have known you for years. Please remember that all these feelings are natural, and although we are all unique, others will be experiencing the same things. Emotions are a bit like a roller coaster. They come and go. Sometimes we worry about having big emotions, but they are there for no reason. Feelings such as sadness and anxiety on their own will not do us any harm as long as we know how to manage them and look after ourselves. You may recognise some of these things happening to your body if you're feeling sad, worried or scared. Let's start at the top of the body and work our way down. Looking at some of the things that may tell you that you need to check in with your feelings. You may get a headache or feel that your thoughts are confused. You may get a dry mouth or feel sweaty. Your heart and lungs may be affected, especially if you're scared or anxious. This can make our heart beat faster and we notice that our breathing feels different. Some people feel that their muscles become very tense. Others feel wobbly, maybe like their legs have turned to jelly. For others, there may be a stomach pain or even an upset tummy. So what can you do to look after yourself if you're feeling sad, anxious or scared? Here are a few ideas. Try to get some exercise, as this is not only good for our physical health, but our mental health too. If you have a dog, take them for a walk and get some fresh air. Make sure that you get a good night's sleep, but remember, worries can keep us awake at night, so if you do have any worries, try to talk to someone about them before going to bed. We have 5 senses that can help us feel better if we tune into them. Take a few minutes sometime today to focus on them. Look around and name 5 things you can see. If you're outside, look at 5 things in nature. Next, find 4 things you can touch, maybe the chair at your back or the ground under your feet. After this, listen carefully for 3 things you can hear. Maybe outside, you hear the birds, or inside, you may hear someone talking. Try to identify 2 smells, maybe someone's perfume or, outside, the smell of cut grass. Finally, can you taste one thing? If not, then take one really deep breath in and then back out again. And remember what I said earlier about our bodies and how our heartbeat and breathing can change if we're stressed. Well, one of the easiest ways to feel better is to focus on our breathing, as when this is nice and calm, it helps calm our bodies and minds. There are lots of breathing exercises that you can find on the internet, but 2 very easy ones to remember are here. Just use your fingers to count 10 breaths in and out, and see if this helps you feel calmer. My personal favourite is using the hand model of breathing. Using the first finger of one hand, start at the bottom of your thumb on the other hand. As you draw your finger up the outside of your thumb, breathe in nice and slowly. Going down the inside of your thumb, you breathe out nice and slowly. Continue breathing as you go up that side of each finger in turn and breathe out as you go down the other side. When you get to the bottom of your thumb, check, is your breathing calmer? If not, starting at the bottom of your little finger, repeat the exercise backwards. You may have friends from primary school who moved to the same school as you, or even the same class. You may not. Even if you do, secondary school can be a great place to make new friends. For some people, this can feel difficult. Here are a few things to consider trying if you're keen to make new friends, and there are also some things to avoid. You may want to think about joining school clubs. This can be a great way of getting to know people who have similar interests to you. If you are shy about introducing yourself to another Year 8 pupil, remember there is a good chance that they feel the same way. Try to have the courage to introduce yourself. Remember to smile at people when they are talking to you and show them that you're listening to them. You could also ask questions to show your interest in someone. You could consider asking someone about their interests, like what sports they like to play or watch, or ask about their likes and dislikes, what food they like and why. I'm sure you can think of many more questions to ask. Look out for shared interests and experiences, and use these as ways to keep conversations going. It is important to look after yourself. In other words, practice self-care during this transition to secondary school. Self-care is essential to living a healthy life. It helps us have more energy for all we have to do. It can also improve your school life as you are likely to have better concentration in class and manage homework better if you're looking after yourself. Self-care is important to help us maintain good physical health and mental health. Here are a few self-care tips for you to think about. Tip 1. Get enough sleep. Sleeping allows your body and mind to refresh after a long day, ready for a fresh start the next morning. Did you know that the recommended amount of sleep for those under 18 years old is 8 to 10 hours? To make sure you have the best chance of a good night's sleep, consider the following. Get sunlight and exercise during the day, but don't exercise right before bed. Don't do homework or play games in bed. Keep electronics out of the bedroom and switch them off 2 hours before bed. Stick to the same bedtime routine every night and morning if possible. Make sure your bed is comfortable. Your room is cool, dark and quiet. Tip 2. Exercise. We all know that exercise is important for our physical health and for helping us to keep fit, but it's good for your mental health too. Think about how you can build exercise into your daily life if you don't already do so. Tip 3. Have a healthy diet. This is very important as your body and mind continue to develop into and through the teenage years. A good diet will help you keep physically well, help keep your hormones in balance, and will increase your energy for school and home life. You can maintain a healthy diet by including enough nutrients from all 5 food groups and drinking plenty of water to avoid dehydration. Try to avoid energy drinks, which are usually high in sugar and caffeine. As you get older, you can take more responsibility for your own healthy diet and start to develop your own cooking skills. When you start your new school, there are a few things you can do to help you settle and manage your new routine. Be prepared. Learn to read your timetable so you know where you need to go and when. Be organised. Make sure you have the right books and equipment for each class. Be enthusiastic. Teachers won't expect you to get everything right, but they will be impressed if you give every class your best try. Be resilient. This just means that if things don't go the way you think they should some days, it's important to keep trying. We all have setbacks, we all make mistakes, and that's okay. This is how we learn. On the right, you will see a QR code for the Youth Wellness Web. If you can't scan it, you can look up the YWW on the internet. This website was made by young people like you for young people like you. If you need help with anything, whether in school or outside of school, you can find help on here. This is also a section for parents and carers, so do feel free to show this to the adults in your life as well. They might find it useful. Thank you for taking the time to watch our webinar on supporting your transition to secondary school. I hope you have found it useful. From me and everyone in the Emotional Wellbeing Team for schools, we wish you every success and happiness in your new school.